Hey, yo, Red, you remember the record?
What record you talking about, man?
I'm talking about Rock On by Funkdoobiest.
That's a great record.
That's a
Man,
great
that's
record.
a great record. That's unforgettable. That's
To the
unforgettable.
soul, to the sun. By Rock On. Yo, what it do, Cornerstoners? My name is Johnny Warbucks, and I am here with Kalishnikov Red. Welcome to the 12th installment of Remember the Record. All right,
12, motherfucker.
12. That's a whole. This is our year. This is a full rotation around the sun today.
Look at us.
Yo, celebrate. Today we're talking about that hit classic, Rock On, which was first released as a single back in 1994. But before we talk about any of that, in honor of the recent passing of the 45 King, I would like to take a moment to ask for a moment of silence.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Honey, rock on if your soul loves the sun. Honey, rock on if your soul loves the sun. Honey, rock on. Honey, rock on.
Hey, rest in peace.
He's a
45
great,
King.
great producer, man.
Dude, I mean, ain't there hell to the Queen?
Man, so many.
I mean, so the big dogs like Eminem, Jay-Z. Yo, I mean, that list goes on and on, bro.
Yeah, I know. Great producer. No, rest in peace.
Oh, man, rest in peace. Post happy birthday to Snoop Dogg also. The 7th day was his birthday, man. Totally.
Look. I'm gonna put it like this: Snoop Dogg, man. You know, everybody clowns him, but for me, I'm mad happy he's at where he's at. Because at one point he was facing life. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
At one point, like and he, you know, he could have ended up in life or dead. You know, so like I'm glad where he's at. You know, mad props to him.
He's a brand.
Yeah, man. No, he made it, and like he's doing the whole Latin thing too with Mexican music. Mad props to him and Cube, man. Both of those guys, like for reals, they brought hip hop out of. They made it so worldwide, you know what I mean? Like
bigger than it ever was going to be. I mean, they took the West Coast and just completely exploded.
Like,
all the movies, all the shows.
Training Day with Snoop. Like,
yo,
yeah,
what is that? Motherfucking crack.
I mean, with Denzel Washington.
That's what I'm saying.
Ethan
Hawke. Yo, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Yo, well, listen. Before we start talking about Rock On, Red, what have you been listening to? You been listening to anything?
You know, it's funny because on the Rapper's Corner, like I saw that they had posted the Spooks.
Yo, yeah,
the Spooks. Not that many people know about the Spooks, man. But like, I wish there was more knowledge about them. But in all honesty, I think they just have that 1 hour.
Yeah. They had what was the hotel joint? They had another record besides Things I've Seen.
Really, I've only heard Things I've Seen. But there was
another record that they put out. Oh, dude, it's so good.
And it really has that feeling of like the groove and like that whole like just alternative hip hop.
Yeah, definitely a vibe. Without going horrorcore, they kept it dark. Yeah, man. So I mean, I was listening to them too because by the time this comes out, we'll have just finished up October, and I got my Halloween playlist. I made one for the Rapper's Corner, a little more selective.
That's on the playlist.
Yeah, it's on the playlist. We did we've done a couple. By the time you've seen this, we've done a couple of live shows. Where we kind of go through that playlist a little bit, and me and Sir Puffalo.
Sorry, I wasn't there, guys. I was at work.
Yeah,
these guys,
we're bums.
These homeless bums. I mean, whatever they do.
We got time in the morning.
Yeah, I'm out here with work. My hands. Look at my hands.
So I mean, because of that, I've listened to a lot of like the more horrorcore and darker things. DMX, Tech Nine, a lot of.
I like that Memphis shit though.
Yeah, Memphis shit. A lot of 3-6 Yeah, dude. Eminem. I'm trying to think who else, man. There's a bunch of heads. I mean, like, Grave Diggers, Ghetto Boys, all that stuff, man. Yeah, a lot of Bone. Yeah, because they got a lot of dark shit too. So yeah, I've been kind of bouncing around those playlists. Coming into November, I'm not sure, man. There's a bunch of new releases out there. We'll have to check out some shit.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So,
but that's what I've been.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I just answered the question too. What I've been.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we want to talk about the song Rock On. Now it's November, it's the holiday season, family coming together. There's a lot of church for folks. There's a lot of spirituality for folks. We got Thanksgiving this month and all that. And I kind of pushed back on this episode because it kind of felt a little bit to me like tokenization. And I'm trying to be real respectful of our people out here. But my man's here is indigenous. He was like, I want to do some representation for Native American and indigenous MCs out here.
There are many out there, and they're not too known.
Yeah, we'll before the show is over, we'll go down at least a quick lineup. I'll name some, he'll name some.
And the reason you bring this up is because Funkdoobiest.
Oh, word, yeah. So when we get into the stats, I'll tell you, one of the members is indigenous.
Tomahawk.
Yeah, Tomahawk Funk.
Yeah, so I don't know, I may be wrong here, but from my knowledge, I feel like he might have been the first
to get big, anyway.
The first to be recognized as a Native American in the rap thing. Because if in all the albums, there's even on the album that he's not on, there's still like native flute samples and indigenous powwow in the background and samples and stuff like that. So there's always an association with Native Americans in all of the Funkdoobiest albums, except for the latest ones. But all the way up to Troubleshooters, which he wasn't on, there's still that recognition. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just give voice to the voiceless, man.
Yeah, man.
That's all it is. Because at the end of the day, that's what hip hop is, man. From Japan to Finland, man. Everybody flows, everybody can flow, everybody that respects the culture. Like I said, there's some Native Americans out there that respect the culture like a motherfucker, and you gotta give them props. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Well, I say let's talk about it, man. Let's go in with some of the stats. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna start off by saying this is once again we're doing Rock On by Funkdoobiest. That is Son Doobie, Puerto Rican. Tomahawk Funk, who is from the Lakota Nation tribe, right? DJ Ralph M, also known as the Funky Mexican Chicano. Yeah. And then so their band Funkdoobiest was named after Funkdoobiest by Cypress Hill's Be Real.
Yeah.
And basically after that song came around, Ralph and I want to say it was Son Tomahawk, they were driving around LA, and one of them exclaimed, I think it was Ralph who said it, he was like, "We are Funkdoobiest."
Right, this is with Muggs.
Yeah, Muggs is in there too, because Muggs had his own crew too.
So let's go with the stats.
Yeah.
We'll talk into how the whole history of came about.
Rest is history. We'll break it down. So it was recorded in 1994. The single, I don't have a date. It was recorded in 1994, released on vinyl.
This guy, oh my god,
Yo,
he does the
I dug, and this was tough. This was tough, bro. There was no release date.
Get out.
I mean, all I got was the year. But anyway, so this vinyl had the LP version. It had the Buck Wild remix, which is the version you hear in the music video. We'll talk about that later. J&B remix, a radio edit. They had the instrumental and the famous back in the day releases. They had the acapella.
Yeah.
Old school hip hop records did acapellas on their singles.
I love that because
every little piece.
As a producer today, I'm like, let me sample.
Yeah, and you can sample, and you can properly sample shit. Yo, that's real talk. The first album appearance was Brothers Doobie. That was July 4th, 1995. All right.
July 4th, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that wild, dude? I didn't know that either. I was like, they dropped this record?
Yeah.
They dropped this record on the 4th of July, dude. Tomahawk Funk and everything. Recorded at Image Recording Studios in American Studios, this is Hollywood, California. The label was released Epic Through Immortal.
Okay.
All right. Producers on this particular record are DJ Muggs and Ralph. DJ Ralph.
From my knowledge, is within the first
two albums.
It was
Ralph.
a little bit of Ralph, a little bit of Muggs, and a little bit of
DJ Lethal
from House of Pain. They were all within the mixing elements of producing elements of those two albums.
So it's just, you fans of a Cypress Hill record, if you like the House of Pain record, you'll also enjoy
but this is different because if you listen to Cypress Hill, you listen to House of Pain, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
If you listen to Funkdoobiest and you listen to Cypress Hill and House of Pain, which are all involved, you're like,
Soul Assassins and shit.
But you're like, it doesn't have that.
Yeah. It's more like it's more mellow. You do hear at one point on one of the records that horse.
Right, but it's still like very like for me. It seems like to be honest,
The funk is different.
Yeah, it seems like Muggs wasn't even involved, and neither was
This record. I was really shocked to find out it was Muggs.
That's what I'm saying. Like
What
it's.
are you gonna do?
But then again, Muggs is a great producer.
He's versatile.
He's one of the greatest producers in my
top
opinion.
top five.
Yeah, man,
top five.
Because that's the thing. People don't know how many songs Muggs has really produced out there, and this is including this and so many other ones that exhibit, and the other ones you're just like, you know, did he really do that? And you're like, yeah, he did.
Yeah. It's like RZA too. Like you'll find out what songs like other songs outside of Wu, and you're like, what?
Yeah, and he produced stuff for Cube. He produced stuff for Dre.
Yep.
Like, yeah, man, it's
no shout out to Muggs. We love Muggs over here.
Mm-hmm.
So the song itself was written by Funkdoobiest, DJ Muggs, and then this hip hop songwriter named Anthony Bolden, who's also known as the Phelps. So it was a part of DJ Muggs' short-lived group before Cypress called 783. Have you heard any of that? I haven't listened to it, but that's pretty dope. So he was just in the background writing, helping him write. I don't know which parts he did or what his influence on that was. Obviously, some was doing his verses and shit. Muggs probably helped with the creation of the hook and helping Tomahawk Mug. But the length of the song, 4 minutes 5 seconds. Samples are super dope on this one. Real short and sweet list here. So it's the drum beat itself is from this band, 1972 Soul, the Whatnots. Why can't people be colors too? Right. There's this kind of crickety, kind of like beatbox sound. I can't do it. I mean, props to everybody who's got that ability. But on Just Ice's record, what was that? It's in the background at the beginning of the hook.
It was like an instrument. You were like,
no, it's his dude's voice, man. If you go back and listen to the song, it's a full beatbox on the back. It's 1986 Latoya. From the Back to the Old School album, which they also used another song where Just Ice says "Rock on," and so that part is there, right? That's from the hook that's sampled off of "Put That Record Back On," right? And then the main beat, the beat to the bone.
It's not even. Well, no, you're talking about the beat or the sound.
Just the beat itself.
The main beat.
From the LP version. It's American soul jazz renowned artist Les McCann. Off 1972's Comet, which was live at the Montreux, and this beat is beautiful, man. And they pick apart. It's the very beginning. It's like 3 different pieces that he kind of picks up, and he melds together, and then he adds these like 2 bells to the record.
So he's referring not to the beat, but to the actual sound. That's why I wanted to differentiate. There's a beat, there's a sample, boom, boom, boom. But he's talking about that.
The music, the music itself, the main guts of it.
Right.
Now, certifications, neither the single nor the album earned any certifications. It's not a gold album. It's not, you know what I mean? It's kind of wild to think that. But on the charts, they did at least play. So the single didn't chart, but the album landed on 115 in the Billboard 200, and then as well as number 35 on the Billboard U.S. Top R&B and Hip Hop Albums. I would argue that this is our most underground record that we've talked about.
Yeah, I would argue. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm gonna say from there, let's talk about it. We'll chop it up, talk about the video a little bit. We'll talk about some of the lyrics, and then we'll play some games with it.
Okay, so let's see. I remember when I first heard Funkdoobiest. Actually, I heard Wop Baba Luba. That was my first introduction to them.
Friday soundtrack, man. Superhost.
Yeah, Superhost.
And we'll talk about Superhost in a little bit.
So I heard the Wop Baba Luba, and then I Be Real was on that song. So I was like, all right, so this is like either like Be Real is helping them out, or this is like just a feature, right? So as you know, and this is pre-internet days, right? So as all that shit, as a fan, I did the research and I realized, like Cypress Hill's actually helping them get out, right? Like,
so I'm gonna support them. I'm gonna go get their shit.
And it's like Delinquent Habits also is like getting them out. You know what I mean? So like, I was like, all right, cool, right? And then I started seeing like the connection between like Funkdoobiest and like House of Pain and Everlast and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, that's another one, and that's another one that they were helping out too. So I was like, all right, this is a whole thing that I'm really digging. So I remember one day in specifics, and I know this isn't the song we're covering, but it's just a memory. We were in Adam's car, and we were good. And
we were nice.
We had the tape or CD of Wop Baba Loo Bop, and we put that on.
Yo!
And we banged that shit out like a motherfucker.
I know exactly what you're talking about because we were in the backseat and we just started freestyling.
And Aaron and Adam were like, man, they want to change. We're like, no, leave it on loop. Like,
because we were listening to the
Power the Vowel, Cows in the Album, the Beautiful Flowers.
And so when we started freestyling
on that whole,
we were purposely like rhyming in that thing, just being like, I'm rhyming off the Java. They only get the Java. Who out here wanna try to come stop us? Like whatever it was that we were doing, but we did like a whole song like that. That was one of the tightest freestyles because we were on point on that.
So then after that, I really got into Funkdoobiest a lot. Like really got into them. So I started buying like all the albums, and obviously then I heard Rock On and Lost in Thought. Both of those. Well, that whole album. See, now this is where it gets interesting because all the articles and stuff they were saying out the first album, which had Wop Baba Loo Bop, which had a whole bunch of good songs. That was a very that was successful.
That was a breakout record.
The second album wasn't as successful, but to me, second album was amazing.
Far superior.
Superior. By the way.
I love Wop Baba Loo Bop. I think we'll talk about that when we get into games and all that. But yeah, man, this one I think has so much more depth. When I had first heard Superhose, that was kind of the record I knew about him, and it was you who were, and I guarantee you, probably in front of this house right here, dude. Like we were listening to music, and I'm talking about Superhose, and it was like, yeah, but have you heard the album? And the very first song you play is Rock On, and we're nice, it's sunny outside, whatever, and we got the sun's beaming on us. Sun's beaming on us, and it opens up with that sun on it. And the hook come in, if your soul loves the sun, and felt that warmth.
The beauty of the song and the whole album is it's got that feeling.
It's a vibe.
It's got that
from the beginning to the end. I mean, there's some silly stuff
but even the silly stuff's got
like your dumb in and all that.
Yeah, but it's got those drums. It's got those chill ass beats. Yeah, it's really like
with Superhose probably being like the dirtiest.
Yeah.
Like that kind of almost like East Coast sound. Like
but you got to remember though, Muggs
is in the
East Coast. He is East Coast, and then he moved to the West Coast.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And that's a Muggs record.
I don't know specifically if because I mean, and I may be generalizing here. I think I am, but most Puerto Ricans live in New York, and Funkdoobiest Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So that's what I was just like. I made that connection. I never think Puerto Rico and Los Angeles. Think New York and Puerto Rico.
That's where Ralph M comes into play.
Then Ralph M comes into play.
And Tom Funk. I mean,
yeah. Because it's the West Coast.
Yeah.
But in the East Coast, that's why I was like, is he New York? Is he, even the way he flows, it wasn't like West Coast.
Not at all.
But then again, his flow is. I've done it. The crow's never fronted. Like it's his own.
It's funny because I was listening to the album and I'm like, it's like they took this one piece of a Daz Effects record. Like just that rhyme pattern because they would do that too. They would do that. And he took that and turned every verse into that. You know what I mean? That pattern.
But I love.
But it's uniquely his.
And I love his flow. And
that's
and
like we're talking about something.
Yeah, and the voice it complements
tapping
the flow.
into that nasal.
It complements the flow. Like
if you listen to an interview with Funkdoobie though, like he sound like that.
Yeah, he talks like this. Like what you talking about?
What's going on?
Yeah, like
good to be here. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Yeah. It's that
he sounds exactly like you're at. Right. Be real like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And Sidnall getting like
he sound a little bit the way he talked to, like he do, but yeah, he going along. He beefs it up. He beefs it up. But no, Sun sound exactly like that, and Funk sounds a lot like him too. And Ralph, I mean, he's DJ.
So Ralph is another cat that we're gonna talk about because he is in the West Coast. He's gigantic.
He's a legend.
I mean, and being that he's Chicano, and being that he's one of the first like Chicanos to be internationally known.
I was gonna say, like, I've seen a bunch of interviews. Right. Most of them are out in like Europe and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
so like
they tour out there.
So this is where it becomes interesting because like Ralph M had another. Before he did stuff with Funkdoobiest, he did stuff with Kid Frost, another Chicano rap.
Yeah.
So like, but before that, and like around the same time, just a little bit before Kid Frost, Ralph M had another group, and that other group, I can't remember the names of those people, but like,
wasn't that 783?
Yeah,
no, that was the other dude. That was mine.
So Ralph M and his group, like they had like a little beef with NWA. Not so much Ralph M, but like the other heads on this group. And like there's a couple songs on the NWA album that is directed towards like that group. And so like
man, you just never know, dude.
Yeah, and so like Ralph M, like he never like he was always cool because Eazy-E. Okay, a lot of stuff that you guys don't know about like the Chicano culture, like Eazy opened the door for Chicano rappers like to get into the mainstream. Eazy opened the door for Kid Frost, which opened the door for, you know, Ralph M, which opened the door for so on and so forth. Like Cypress isn't Chicano rap. That's something you guys. We'll get into the fundamentals of that, but Cypress is known for like just hip hop. Chicano rap is known for Chicano rap.
It's its own style.
Right. So it's like the
like Memphis sound. Like its own thing.
So the thing is, like Ralph M, like after this beef, they had a confrontation with them, with like Above the Law and stuff like that. Whoa. And like they were like, you know what we're gonna have to do type shit. And they're like, well, you know what we're gonna have to do type shit. And they both got on tracks and just dissed each other. But at the same time, like Eazy was cool with them because Eazy was cool with Ralph M. So like everything was really beneath, like underneath, like behind the scenes, everything was cool. But for those that are okay, he's dissing him type shit. Yeah. So that he goes back, and that's why Ralph M is not only known in the like Latino or Chicano community. He's known because when who else was there? I want to say it was some other rappers that were famous around that time that were black. They came up to Ice Cube and them, and Eazy was like, "Yo, you messing with them? Like, don't mess with them. They're our boys." So it was a beautiful thing, you know. But yeah, so Ralph M is known within the hip hop community for not just Funkdoobiest, going predating Funkdoobiest.
Yo,
like he's a big name, and Tomahawk really wasn't known like until Funkdoobiest. He had like
I didn't see anything in reports of like him like coming up.
No, right? Like he was just homies with like Son and basically it was always like, yo, you can flow, let's flow this type of shit, let me get in. But I guess his heart was always not necessarily 100% there. That's why he ends up dipping. But he ends up dipping not for no beef or nothing, because he wanted to take care of his family. Again, his heart's with his family. Can't blame a guy for that. Right? So Funkdoobiest or Sundoobie and Ralph M, they didn't have no beef with him dipping. They even talked about it in the Troubleshooters, and they like give him mad props and all that, mad love and all that shit. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like Funkdoobiest is tight, and then from Troubleshooters, then you have that's when everybody just kind of broke up, and then Sundoobie went his own way.
Yeah, that Golden B-Boy album, and then Sundoobie put out a couple of singles.
It's like there was, and this is the B-Boy one was good, but there was another one that was two battle acts. I wasn't really digging that much. I don't know.
It was a Funkdoobiest record?
It was a Sundoobie.
Sundoobie's record. You said you don't mess with it.
Yeah.
I love that album.
No, but this is not that, because this is another album prior to that. It's under just battle acts.
Well, I thought Sundoobie's solo was battle acts.
No.
Stand up.
No, that B-Boy one?
No, I don't know about the B-Boy.
No, remember that?
Oh, yeah, the record.
Yeah,
word.
That's a different thing.
Okay.
So he comes like, I don't know, it wasn't bad per se, but it was just, it was different. It didn't have that kind of like Funkdoobiest thing, and I love Sundoobie. To this day, still.
Some was doing like party records. He had a record in there where he was like literally at the club.
But he's always talking about hip hop though.
Yeah, he's rapping a lot about hip hop,
and it has to do with like even the club songs that that sample, boom, boom, boom. That's old school what he samples. The whole thing is like b-boy stuff. Like it's a beautiful record. Like what he talks about, I really dig it.
It's just that it's
just different.
It's just so far off from what Funkdoobiest was. I can appreciate that.
I mean, everybody grows. That's why there's no hate or nothing. It's just at the same time, it's like, come on, man. Like I need that, and and like the beats to be like just chill and relax. You know what I mean? So yeah, I fuck with Funkdoobiest, man. There's a lot of things like also he was on the porno,
Oh, Funkdoobie?
Yeah.
I think it kind of caught on a little more in the pop scene as like a thing, phenomenon. When I think Eminem on his first major album with Dre, he said something about like, no, but I've seen a porno with Funkdoobiest, and like I already knew about that. So when he said that, I was like, yo, this dude knows his shit.
Yeah, like again, this is pre-internet.
Yeah,
like, we found. I don't know how we found.
I don't think that, but it was probably in fucking Source or something.
Nah, it wasn't in Source. Look, I'll be honest.
People were talking about.
Look, I'll be honest. Like the Source is cool, but that was your time. My time was raps. Like,
did you bring it up during Rap City?
No. There was a magazine that was called like Rap City or something like that prior to the Source.
I can't remember, man.
And that magazine
I was big on.
I mean, the pictures were like black and white too.
Yeah. Oh, word. No. See, Source had colors.
Yeah. Source was in like the 90s. Like I'm talking about like 89, 88. Yeah. Like they had another.
If you guys know what magazine we're talking about, put it in there.
It's like Hip Hop City or not, or Rap City, but it's not Rap City. I know what Rap City is. You sons of bitches.
Shut up.
Shut up, them sons of bitches. Nah, but like yeah, it's rap. Biggie talks about it.
Oh,
and that's in that Juicy song.
Fuck that. Now you got me doing it because I know exactly what you're talking about. He was reading the rap magazine. What the hell was it? Oh no, man, I don't have the lyrics.
The Lumberjack. Yeah, that's rap right on. No, right city.
No.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that song. See, I remember the record.
It was all a dream. I used to read
Word Up magazine. Word Up.
Word Up. That's what it is.
Word Up. Shout out to Word Up magazine. You don't have to put it in the comments anymore. We got it. While we're moving along, let's talk a little bit about this wild music video. So
let's talk about the lyrics.
We have to. We always do like a highlighted lyric thing where we're just quoting shit. But I think we need to dissect some of this shit.
Talk about the video first?
Yeah, let's do the video first, and then we'll get into that. But so like the video, first off, like this is once again like early era. Like there is no like who directed it, who did this.
There's a lot of information that's missing on Funkdoobiest. Like,
and Funkdoobiest itself has a lot of like misinformation too.
Yeah, a lot
of
misinformation.
We'll talk about that in a second, but like in the video, so it opens up with like that Twilight Zone theme. It's black and white. There's this dude, and he's like setting the scene, and he's like, picture this, like the old Twilight Zone.
Different beat.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on. So picture this: a trio of homeboys dipping in a bizarre land of good and evil. Which side will they end up on? All depends on the sun. And then the beat kicks in. It's the Buckwild remix. Mm-hmm. So it's not even the joint that's from the LP. So depending on if you only saw it in the music video, because like I had heads that were like in comment sections on YouTube talking about this is DJ Muggs, and like right underneath it, I'm like, no, actually.
Yeah, no. See, like I heard the LP version for the video.
Yeah, me too, man. When I went to go do the show, I went back to see the video. It's been so long since I've seen it. Mm-hmm. I've always remembered it being the DJ Muggs joint. And so when I turned it on, I was like, what the hell is this?
Mandela effect, man.
Yeah, it's the real talk, though. Like, I had it fixed in my head. Look, okay, so after that starts, right, we get transported out to the west, to the desert. We got the Spanish colonial, hacienda-style buildings. We got basically, it's connected. It's a bar and a church, right? And so you got the crew rapping amongst images of, like, it goes back and forth from, like, the house party to all these, like, religious, like, there's Black Jesus, there's real American Indians and the whole garb. You got your white pastors, your Jewish rabbis. You got your brother, like from
Mission
like
for the nation.
yeah, for the for the nation. You got the it's all of that shit, right? It's everybody. You got a white girl showing up at the church lighting a candle, like it's a Catholic church. They got another white girl when they're talking about like the Eve joint, that line that he spits. Like she shows up in the church like with a big ass flat lollipop, licking the lollipop or whatever. She gets chased out by the religious figures. There's this literal depiction of all races together, and they're either indulging in the sins of the world or they're engaging in spiritual fellowship with the gods. It is a bananas video because there's so much little references and like little like imagery that's saying something, and their whole joint is like that.
Demons in the circle.
Yo, I mean, I'm telling you, like, we have to talk about these lyrics, man. Like, I mean, I'll start with like some of the.
Well, hold on, let me just get before you get to this. The video just supposes good and bad.
Yeah, that's what it's talking about.
And then this is what the song is how. Like it's like on every line, it's like this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad, and it's like life, man. You know what I mean? Like you're always in a constant battle with whether you're religious or not, whether you believe in whatever. You have your conscience. You know what I mean? You're having all constant conflict with your face. Yo, I'm gonna kick that guy's ass, but no, I gotta take it easy. Nah, he deserves his ass kicked. No, I gotta take it easy. It's always,
Yeah, I like that.
Juxtapositions. It is what it is. And this is what the song is talking about. You have to
have to study.
Yeah, you kind of have to study the lyrics to understand it.
That's why I also, when not just like on like the sales or the popularity thing being underground, like it's stylistically it's the most underground. Like every record that we've done, the past 11 shows we've done, every bar from all of those cats is pretty on the nose.
Yeah,
like, whatever they're talking about is crystal. Yeah. Like there's no type of discussion and just break down what it is more talking about. This is definitely more philosophical. It's definitely more spiritual and knowledge based. It's talking about those hardships, but like
and it talks about the, like
how you take on the day,
basically. And it also talks about the cycle of life.
Cycle of life.
The sun sets, what's this?
It rises on the east and sets, but it always sets in the west.
It's a cycle.
So my first highlighted lyric was how he opens it. It's like, no, because he says sun's. Okay. So my soul was a weapon, my mind keeps stepping in the depths of hell. Yet I fell from the lesson. Whoa. Okay. Try to decipher that.
Just hold on. A little disclaimer here. If you. This happened to us, and this is very annoying, and I wish people were more correct and specific.
Thank you.
Concise.
Thank you for bringing this up.
Right? Yeah. But if you go to Google or you go to Genius, you go to any part where it has the lyrics.
All the streaming joints where the lyrics are printed.
Even the streaming joints where the lyrics are printed. They took it off of the Google whatever, and basically all of that is wrong. But
there's a bunch of like fucking.
But at the same time, it could just be our ears that are wrong. You know what I mean? But it doesn't sound like certain words when you hear it. You're like, okay. And we tried looking it up to see, and it's like stuff that you're like.
He's got a line here. It says original and visible to the ones who are tardy, and 100%. It's not embodied, but it might be embodied, but it sounds like in party, but it's definitely not our party.
Yeah.
And he says like in the lyrics it's written as like her brain's turning purple or whatever.
Yeah.
He says mine without a doubt.
So there's a lot of like that's when we talked about misinformation with Funkdoobiest when it comes to like
just the lyrics, man.
Yeah, it's really like a headache to read those lyrics and like listen to the music. Like, no, this is wrong. Then this is right. No, this is wrong. I've never seen I've seen it with other songs.
It'd be like a word though. It'd be like one bar, but this is literally like every verse. There's something incredibly wrong, and these cats are rapping fast, and they speak like clearly so that you can understand. Like
there's no mumble, there's no accent, there's nothing.
No.
So I don't know. Maybe they were just being lazy, but there are some like
copy
gems.
and paste this shit.
There are some gems though that do come through that they are correct, like the one you just said.
Dude, my soul was
so many. Like you listen to the third verse too, you're like.
So I want to give a shout out once again to Tomahawk Funk. Like his verse, I wanted to be like the whole damn thing, like as my highlighted lyrics. Like he's got this bar. He says the gods keep praying, saviors ain't saving, nobody's soul yet the devil keeps playing, and kicked out the heavens. I rest on the seventh, west of 85. If you chastise the reverend, okay. Like it's California he's talking about. It's the Book of Revelations he's talking about.
Seventh, rest on the seventh day.
And it's also like that interesting sentence like where he's like the gods keep praying.
And this is also something
we pray to God.
Yeah, this is something where I'm just like, okay, now I don't know in specific what he was meaning when all of them wrote these verses, but keeping in mind that Sundubi, I don't know specific, but from my opinion, he has ties to New York, and New York has nothing but suns and gods.
That's the play on this, right?
So when
he says the gods keep praying, I hear that too. He's talking about my people.
But being from the East Coast, both of us, that also has that the gods, like the 10% or the 5% of gods. So it's like, is he referring
the moon and the stars?
Is he referring to the gods, or is he referring to the gods? Like,
that's what I'm getting. That's why this line is so interesting. That's what he's saying. Like the gods keep praying, and saviors ain't saving nobody's soul. Yeah. So like it's like if we're talking about it from the literal perspective of the gods keep praying, it's an interesting line because it's like we pray to the gods, but he's almost implying that like because of how Earth and the world is, like they have stuff to pray for too.
Yeah.
Like they're praying. But I'm with you. I think it's definitely coming from like peace God. Like,
but see, this is what I'm saying. Like California ain't about.
But they wouldn't say that shit.
It's like that's if you're like straight up and
the rest of the theme of it is super like
and there's a lot of gods. It's a lot of gods. No, a lot of the word gods. Like in every verse, it's like the word gods. So it's like okay. Like I don't know. This is just like an assumption here. If you guys know this, put it in the comments. But that's something that we might have to do some more research. Does
the devil keeps playing and kicked out the heavens? That's the fallen angel story.
That's the fallen angel. So this is where I'm just like, okay, now is this? And then what the beast and the harlot, the land is the target, the truth will prevail, but many so say far-fetched. For the 24 elders, it's half of 12. Ruler, inches, measures of knowledge of self.
Measures knowledge of self. So which is 100%, 10% of
knowledge of self.
Knowledge of self. And he's also like the way he flips this, he's talking about the 24 elders. Like that's Revelations also. There's 24 elders, but then when he says it's half is 12, he's talking about the disciples.
See?
But then he's talking about 12 inches, like the ruler, but like the ruler of the world, but the ruler of the foot.
Yeah.
And then he's like, measures knowledge of self. This fucking bar is so dumb. This is what I'm saying. Like, I mean, everything else has been so on the nose. We had to talk about it.
You have to.
And do you understand what we're getting at? Like, do you even get it?
Yeah. No, it's crazy because it's like every line has two different.
All of it's like that shit, dude.
But if you listen to the song, the feeling that you get though,
it's so chill. It's peace.
It's peace. That's what it is. It's peace. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Normally, 90% of the time, the remixes, I'm not digging the remixes.
No, we're definitely going to talk about the remixes because I think that they honestly, out of everything we've done here recently, I mean, maybe even for a whole year, I think that these are the best remixes.
Yeah. I mean, look, I love the Far Side, but
a lot of those remixes were tough.
Get out of here.
And we were on opposite sides of the fences when we talked about like Lost Boys.
Yeah. Get out of
here. We were in agreement with a lot of them. Yeah. I think that we both agreed like with the Naughty by Nature remix.
You can stay here for a little bit, but get out of here with everything else. Like nah. Like those remixes, I wasn't digging, man. Like
not like that.
But this, I'm like, I can.
They're all the vibes.
The only other one that I dug was Will Smith.
Yeah, his remix was tight too.
Yeah. All those remixes were tight.
Yeah. Shout out to Will Smith.
Yeah. Especially now.
Yo, man, it's a tough time to be Will Smith right now.
Look, I'm just gonna say this.
If you've been watching my newsreels,
I love you, Will Smith. Watch the newsreels, and I love you, Will Smith.
It's tough out here to be Will Smith, right? From the east, the light shines onto the west. A test for the gods, because life is where they rest. Universe serenity, blocking out the enemy. If anyone makes it, then that's the way it's meant to be.
God damn.
Fuck. Like I'm trying to say, like, and that's Funkdoobiest. Shit.
Yeah.
God,
that's man. That's why it's like It's funny because you have this song that has such a powerful, intense lyrics, but then you have other songs you're like, really? I mean, I love what you're doing.
Pussy ain't shit.
It's like for hoes.
Dude, we will talk about that in a moment.
XXX rated.
Yeah, the triple X funk, I mean, he's talking about his pornos.
He's like, yeah, I'm a D-cup Betty here or something like.
And so,
and then you have Lost in Thought.
Fuck. So look, when we first were talking about this episode,
not even that. Originally, we were talking about doing Wab Baba.
We were gonna do Wab Baba, but then I was like, yo, but we prefer Lost in Thought because that was the song after he let me play Rock On. I mean, like I said, we were nice. This is chill. But the fucking beat in Lost in Thought and the way, just the simple hook of Lost in Thought.
And the thing about that
so
beat,
good, yo.
Again, this comes from the Latin side because that beat, I grew up listening to that sample.
Yeah, it kind of means a lot.
My mom used to play that shit all the time, but that part, man,
with the organs and
shit? Yeah. If you're Latin and my age, you grew up listening to that shit. So when I heard that shit, I was like,
didn't even like RP. We're representing hip hop like that.
Like that's our shit right there. But going back to Rock On, both those songs, man.
I mean, honestly,
there's so many songs in that album.
The games are going to be kind of fun this time around because we, even though these are like the same ones, I mean,
it's hard. This one's going to be hard.
This one's going to be tough, man, because there's some debates and disputes. But I think we also tend to be in agreement on a lot of it. But, I'm just saying, I think that the entire vibe is a beautiful thing, and it is one. It's not just this track. Like you go through most of the records, and you have to dig. You have to read the lyrics and kind of decipher what you feel is the interpretation that they're conveying. And a lot of the hip hop that we've covered so far, that's all on the mainstream stuff. Like a lot of that is telling great stories and have great vibes to them. But outside of that, they don't have this weight to it like this one does, you know. And there's no better time in the year to take something like this song and literally play it and just absorb it.
Yeah,
and just take it in and get through November with a little perspective.
Yeah, man. No,
you know what I mean?
It is. It's every time I hear that song, I give it to you. You self-reflect. I don't know. It doesn't even talk about self-reflection or anything like that, but
I mean, but he's selling it. He's talking about you have to first obtain that knowledge.
But a lot of it's you have to dig into.
You have to dig.
But it's you get this feeling of peace because of the way the beat is, the way the flows are, his voice, all their voices. They're, even though they got that flow, it's still very
talk about when we talk about crews, right? When we're talking about groups and shit, I very rarely there was times where I was like, wait a minute, there's two people.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't even realize it.
When we heard Wab Baba Loo for the first time, I mean, but when we heard Wab Baba Loo, we both thought it was
just one guy.
Funkdoobiest, Be Real, and Funkdoobiest.
You know how sometimes when people talk about groups, I see it in Facebook groups, I see it in YouTube groups where heads will be like, Funkdoobiest, yeah, he's a really great rapper. He's such a good rapper.
Right.
Yeah, this is one of those groups that has this problem. That there's three people involved, you know, and Muggs.
Yeah, and the thing about if you listen to the songs, right, but that include Tomahawk, Wab Baba Loo is all of them come correct, but if I'm correct, that I Generate Power is Tomahawk.
I'm pretty confident that was.
And that
wait a minute, who in the fuck do you think you are?
That's Tomahawk.
That's Tomahawk.
And he comes correct with that. It's the hardest.
You got the funk.
Yeah. Who the fuck do you think you are? I got the funk blasting out your car.
It's so good.
That and
that's something we do.
And then there's also just one song where it's just Tomahawk, but I think that's in the first album.
On some Doobie, there's Tomahawk Bang.
Tomahawk Bang, yeah, they with the peace pipe.
Yeah. And he's like, when my Tomahawk go bang,
yeah, and it's
do your thing.
Yeah, man, that's he comes hard with the lyrics, man.
Yeah.
It's a good group. It's it's a good match. Yes, they got like the voices almost alike, but yeah, I mean, besides
I mean,
that,
now that we've listened to it, I mean, you can pick it off. But even right now, we were just like, wait, was that him?
Yeah. And another one that's sort of like that, but they're not in a group. It's just my one. Check Freddie B and Too Short. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, you heard it. Listen to that.
It's like, yo, that's Too Short.
Kind of right off the ripper.
Freddie B, man.
So
yeah, no, it's but in this group, this works perfect. Like, there's no complaint. I love listening to both of them equally. And
I don't feel like it's like an overshadow. I mean, I prefer Funkdoobiest, I think, in the larger scheme of it, because I've just heard a lot more of it.
And honestly, like, yeah, I feel you on that, but I honestly,
the Tomahawk is every verse he does is on par with it.
I honestly,
this one right here,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's got the best verse.
That's what I'm saying. He's got bomb ass verses, and honestly, like, you know, I respect his call, whatever, man. But like, man, I really wish he did stick around and did more songs with like some dude, or even by himself. Because man, I would love to hear more of his shit. But I respect his choice. You know, he wants to spend time with his fam. That's, you know, awesome. So more power to him. But
I think what he's done for the culture is huge.
Yeah,
and I think it's absolutely dope that we have this representation that leads us to wanting to like investigate others that are like him, you know, and that part is super cool. I think we're gonna, before this is all over, y'all, by the time this podcast is over, you'll be able to hear a playlist. We're gonna create a playlist that's, you know, indigenous and Native American rappers that I think, you know, deserve a little bit more shine. And now's the time to support them. You know, like this is the what Native Heritage ones.
Well, not only that, but at the end of the day, I mean,
you should be listening to this stuff. We listen to this shit. We don't. Hey, it's November. Let's pop on Funkdoobiest.
But even
we listen to that shit
on the concert.
I listen to Rock On and Lost and Battle,
but
several times.
But even I love those. Even that, it's like, yo, it's 50 years, man. You know, it's time that, like, you know, hip hop. Hey, look, hip hop represents everybody, man. And this is something that, you know, all right, basically, I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, so we went to go see the Forest tour. LL Cool J, Queen Latifah. Didn't De La Soul come out for a second?
No.
For a second.
So it was Bone.
It was Bone.
And then
Tretch.
No, so after Bone, then came LL. Well, Jazzy Jeff did his break, and then LL. And then when he took a break, Naughty by Black Thought and the Roots came out.
Black Thought was amazing.
Fucking, he helped carry that show. He was basically LL's hype man, but also just like doing his own shit.
Amazing.
And the Roots were playing the whole time.
The Roots, man. The Roots, yeah.
See Questlove right there in the center.
And that so having them play, like,
it just made it so much more dope.
The energy, man.
It was live, dude. It was legit live. What's my man? I forgot the name of the cat in the group, but he does like the tuba. And motherfucker jumping up and down. Like at one point, they're all jumping up and down just doing the tuba. They're like, how does his shoulders not fall off his fucking body?
No, but it was cool, man. They had
like Queen, Moni Love pops in, and they're not even nature show.
Then they had like a thing between both of them that
ladies
first, and they like rapping all hard, like
going back and forth.
Man, it was
so hot,
it was beautiful.
And then LL and Black Dot, they did 4, 3, 2, 1, and Black Dot carried for the other.
But they went during the Queen Latifah. She brings out Tretch.
She's like, we gotta have Not Even Nature. No, he brought both. The crew came out. They're not there.
I thought I just pictured Tretch, but then
I have to go back and look at the video.
When they were doing the whole like the hip hop parade.
Man, that crowd. Yeah. I mean, not only just because we had a hip hop concert and everyone's like,
but it's the 50 years. That's why
everybody
they count so much.
The celebration.
Hip hop parade. Something every day. Like, you know,
you're gonna give up a props on hip hop. It's hip hop. No. So like, and then and then it goes back to the 7 on.
And then LL, man, like I remember there was a girl sitting next to me. She was digging it, but then when
I Need Love.
No, man. Around the Way Girl. That girl got up and she started dancing. I was like, get in. But then no, it wasn't. It was like, I Need Love. And I was like, you getting up for this? She's like, yeah, of course. This is the only reason. Like,
that's why I came here. I think we actually hear her say that in my video.
And the beautiful thing is, like, when we went there, we saw so many heads with big gold chains, the hats, the Adidas.
Decked out. Man, we got some photos up on the
beautiful thing. Yeah, man. Like, check out our shit. Check out the wheels. Check out everything we've been putting out there, man. Because it's like,
We got mad clips right now.
It
Of the
was
show,
beautiful,
dude.
and we saw some friends out there that was also amazing too. We went with some friends that was also cool.
Yo, yeah, we
You
just
know?
bumped into like all kinds of
Yeah,
heads.
yeah, it was cool, man. It was
Dude,
cool.
I posted the video of us going into the show.
Yeah,
on
tell
X,
them about that
on
shit.
X,
Tell them about
and
that
fucking
shit.
LL Cool J,
Reposted
check
that motherfucker.
check official, fucking reposted it, and this like all we small right now.
Out of everybody in the
200
fucking world.
views.
Like
This shit's
everybody in the
got
fucking world, man.
13.7K views,
Yeah,
man.
man.
People just us walking in talking about, yeah, we about ready to see this LL.
Thanks, LL.
Yeah, peace to LL. That was the coolest shit. I mean, I'm like, what? This is my 15 seconds. And it's just us like, I'm chewing gum and shit. I'm like, yo, we out here. It's like, it's the video, there's no substance to it. We walking in to see the show. I go to hip hop, like this. Dude, oh, God, it's funny.
No, I guess it was
Thousands of people have seen it.
Yeah, it was good.
Thousands.
And as soon as he gets out, as soon as we get out of the car or out of the building, he's shooting rep. I was like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. You're getting content left and right.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yo, dude, it's fucking amazing. I'm so fucking geeked about it, yo. So props, man. Peace to LL.
We'll do more on that. Later.
Yeah, we'll do a whole in-depth, like, we'll go play-by-play for it. But right now, I think we need to try to take some time and go into the games. We only got about 10 minutes. We want to make sure we hit these games up. We always start off with singles only. All right, aside from the hit single Rock On, what other chart-topping single is your favorite by Funkdoobiest and why? And so the list goes down like this. We got Bow Wow Wow, The Funkiest, Wop Babaloo Bop, Freak Mode, Dedicated, Triple X Funk, Act On It featuring Cam, Papi Chulo featuring Daz Dillinger, Hip Hop Music, and the Heavyweight Funk.
All right. So, right off the bat, I mean, Wop Babaloo Bop is a classic, but that's two on the nose.
Yeah.
So
if we're going to branch out.
Right, from that, Papi Chulo's my favorite.
You like Papi Chulo?
There's one
super cool, man.
So, first of all, if you don't know, back in the 90s, there was this group called the Squirrel Nut Zippers, and they had they were like a swing band. It was like, then the song was dun 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 dun
yeah.
So they like sample that and they have Daz Dillinger on the song.
Cool.
It's Funkdoobiest and Daz Dillinger, and it's tight, man. It's tight. I really dig that song. I like all of these, especially like Dedicated. It's one of my favorites.
That's the one I'm going with, dog. Like, I mean, I think that's relatable. We've all lost people. We all want to give flowers to people. And in recent times, we've been really like big about like giving people their flowers. Like this is like a conversation that people are doing now, which is exciting. And so like Dedicated just gives me that appreciation for my people, and the community at large in hip hop in general,
and even for funk.
I love Dedicated.
Appreciation for them too, and their So
I like that one a lot. I like Dedicated a lot. I mean, like you said, all of these are actually bangers. That's once again, we got another Spotify Gun and Warbucks playlist for the episode, and all of the singles and deep cuts are in there, plus a couple of other things. But definitely check it out. So,
and there's something real quick too. Shout out to what's that podcast we listen to, the hip hop one?
Superfly, right?
Superfly, yeah. Shout out to that.
Superfly.
Yeah, well, shout out to that podcast because they interviewed Funkdoobiest as well.
They have a great joint. They have a great joint.
And Funkdoobie talks about like everything, like his past, his history. So if you're interested in what we talked about, check it out.
It's Fresh Era.
Fresh Era. That's what it is.
Yo, and I just found out that they got a YouTube video version of it.
Oh, really?
So I haven't had a chance to watch it, but like.
We gotta put that on the tags.
We'll throw on that love, man, because we love that show, and like they do an insanely good job.
I love that shit, man.
Yo, I mean just the interviews, but just how they do everything. Yeah. They put on a vicious
in a way, like they inspired us.
100%. 100%. That's exactly what it is, yo.
Yeah, but we have our own take, which it's awesome.
No, we did.
And thanks to you guys, it's becoming more and more awesomer. Yo, for reals, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. At first, I wanted this to be like a thing where we did, me and my boys. But now it's becoming like work.
I know.
And man, it's a beautiful thing. I love doing it at work. But it's like every week and we're just doing this.
Yo.
And our goal is to have this be our
becomes a
business,
job.
our business. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
we pump these out every week. We don't do it once a month. We get 2 episodes a month. We want it to be something where every week there's something popping.
So
we got to remember the record. We got a Rapper's Corner. We got something.
So with your help, like when we can get there, man. I mean, honestly, like if we get to that point,
please
where,
like and subscribe, man.
If we get to that point where or this is our own thing, we get paid for our own thing, we'll be indebted to you guys.
We're over our first mark that we wanted to do for the Wu-Tang Saga.
Oh God.
Yeah, we gotta watch a whole season. We gotta watch a whole other season.
I love it.
Love that show.
We've
seen it.
It's so much work.
It's a lot of study. It's a lot of study because we go episode by episode.
But it's worth it. It's worth
it. And season 1 was really well received.
Yeah. And you guys really put the numbers up there. So
we're gonna do so as a thank you. We promised. We're going to do season 2, and if you hit us on the next mark, we'll do season 3. That's a wrap after that.
Calm down.
Take a break. Till one of y'all like make a request and be like, do this show. Oh, no. This one's got 9 seasons. All right. So, deep cuts, aside from the songs that garnered chart positions and or music videos, what is your favorite record off of Brothers Doobie? We got What the Deal?
This is going to be...
Now, I put in bold the Lost in Thought.
Get out of here.
I put in bold Superhost because those we feel like are singles to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to probably say that that's the answer. But aside from those, what about What the Deal? Case of Ross Rock. Pussy ain't shit. It ain't going down. You're dumbin'. Tomahawk Bang. Hoorah, rah.
Yeah, get out of here. So, my favorite, although Lost in Thought and Superhost, all that stuff, Que Sera Sera is my favorite.
Yeah, dude,
all-time favorite. And it talks, if I'm correct, about like
what will be.
Yeah, like it's like he talks about this girl who he went to high school with, who was like really hot in high school, but then like a couple years after high school, he sees her, she's all beat up, and it's like it's the truth. You know what I mean? Like you thought you were this type of person in high school.
Look at you now.
And they're all beat up, and drug addict, like got 4 or 5 kids, and in the streets. And this is the real life. That's why I love that song.
Yeah, I'm going with Que Sera Sera too. Right?
Whatever happens.
I love Tomahawk Bang.
Tomahawk Bang's amazing. Superhost amazing. All of these, you're dumb, and all of these are amazing.
I think with Superhost, I think we can dig a little deeper here in a second. But like after those, we're going back into the verses, right? And with verses, we're gonna start off with the easy ones, right? We're gonna start off with the remixes, right? So we heard the one that we're talking about is the main DJ Muggs joint. The one from the music video is the Buck Wild remix. There's also the J&B remix and the club version. But which one's the best?
All right. So in all honesty, again, when I said this earlier, like listening to the other podcasts, I'm really not about the remixes except for like Will Smith and then this. All of these remixes on for that song, Rock On, are amazing. All of them have the same like kind of chill feel. Nothing is too like different, but they're different. And I gotta say, like I mean, my favorite's obviously the LP version.
Yeah.
But I also love the video version. I also love
the other ones.
And I'm especially hyped about the acapella because I didn't know that I'm gonna.
So they really enjoy using reverbs in this song, and like
they do.
And on the acapella it comes in like heavy echo, and it's so dope because it reminds me of like when I used to do the home recordings with my shit.
Yeah.
I love a good reverb.
Yeah,
I put a reverb in. I was reverbing fucking everything, and so like this video this song right here. Like, that's super dope. Yeah, man, I mean, honestly, this is the first time where I'm like, dude, I have no problems. You can throw any of these. It's usually not our story with these. We usually are kind of arguing about it. Yeah, that's right there, dog. After this, we're going to go through the albums real quick. We got Which Doobie You Be? Brothers Doobie, The Troubleshooters, The Golden People.
It's just, man, like, all of them are good with their own thing, but like I said, my favorite album has to be this rock.
The Brothers Doobie.
Yeah, the Brothers Doobie.
Yeah, I mean, Which Doobie You Be has a lot of bangers.
Yeah, and Troubleshooters has some good
has some
too.
Real fresh takes. That's the one without DJ Muggs kind of running the
helm.
helm.
You can see the difference.
You hear it.
You hear the difference.
It's significant.
So DJ Lethal and Muggs aren't on the troubleshooters forward, and no more. Unless it obviously it's like some like Coca Nostra or like something like that, where it's like Everlast, Elbel, Sundoobie, and all them. That is made by like mugs, but literally it stopped after that. I think Funk or Sundoobie went off to some other guys, and everybody just started doing their own thing. I know they're still all homeboys, but yeah, it's not the same no more. And like honestly, those first two albums were the bomb to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah, Brothers Doobie, man.
Yeah, both of those. I mean, it's all both those albums got good memories. You know what I mean?
Me too, man.
And another good album that has good memories for me. It's kind of off the subject, but we got to cover them too. Beatnuts.
We will do Beatnuts for sure, dog. I love Beatnuts, man. I already know what song I want to do.
No, see, he knows one. I know, like,
what do the people want to hear? What do the people want to hear?
Like the one big pun.
Yeah, boom. Yeah, that one's dope.
I mean, there's a lot.
We can talk about it. Let's talk about it. Look. Okay, next one is a verse. Easy versus Super Hose versus a Gangster's Fairy Tale.
I like Gangster's Fairy Tale the best.
Dude, I love both of these.
But I mean, I love Super Hose. It's just Gangster's
Fairy
Tale.
I heard Super Hose first.
I heard Gangster's Fairy Tale first.
And Super Hose beat goes way harder.
Yes, it does. But
and I prefer Marvel Comics and DC Comics over the fucking Fairy Tale.
No, but I do like.
But I love Fairy Tale.
But I also love the like Big Bird and all that stuff, like
Little Bo Peep,
yeah.
That's
everybody
jump. That shit is hot.
No, see, that's why I'm like, but okay, I do like the sample of the Super Hose though.
Super Hose, dog.
The adventures,
the secret adventures of
and the beat
is so hard. And he's like, dude, that second verse, he's like, he's like Cyclops, Wolverine, and the Nightcrawler went to the bar. And they had dollars.
I love it. I love
everything. Look, both of those records are so good. And I have never heard anything like this before. I know that.
You know who else? You know who else sort of does this? Jizza later down the road.
Jizza did a bunch of times though.
Way down.
What was the one joint that he did with the movies?
The Hollywood.
Yeah, the Hollywood joint.
The zoo.
He did the Animal Planet.
Yeah, that I like both of those tight.
Yeah, because he was like talking about like riding with Sean's parents.
Yeah.
Fell out of Ferris
and like the monkeys in the zoo. And they don't like the orangutans. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's tight.
But the first person, I think, was Large Professor with, what was the team, man? Adams, Breaking Adams. Yo, that's fucked. Like, those cats, main source. So, like, he did just a friendly game of baseball.
Okay, yeah.
And which I have to, because of these records, I had to go discover. You know what I mean? But, like, the Super Hose was the first time I ever heard anybody like taking these characters and creating like a ghetto version.
Yeah. I like Spider-Man.
It's just so funny.
Like Spider-Man. No, man. Like, and that's the thing. It's like yeah, it's tough for you. Like that. Like that's. This is why
a well-dressed woman.
Yeah.
Siamese cat.
See, this is why. Is Funkdoobiest, because who else can be like a thuckatash and pull that off in the rap
It's
song?
A small world, but he was a tall girl, and make that shit hard. Like, yo, dude, I love. Dude, okay, so you going with gangster?
I mean, look, I go both. Everything has.
You gotta pick one. God damn it, you gotta pick one.
See,
I'm going with Super Hose.
All right, Super Hose. I go with Super Hose.
You going with Super Hose?
I go with Super Hose.
No, you said
I know, but I go with Super Hose.
The beat does go so fucking hard. The sample
and the dollar. I forgot about that.
I love that. No,
they got dollar. Yeah, I know.
That Bo Peep line sticks with me the most, man. But like, the whole thing about the fucking X-Men going to the bar and they got their money, they're out there getting ready to go.
Nightcrawler.
Jackie Joe, what up? Dude, I can't remember. Yo, okay. So, and then we're gonna wrap it up here soon. So we're gonna say Sundoobie versus Be Real. Who's the other cat from Soul Assassins right there? Who you gonna put over top?
I mean,
when you got them both together, man, it's like, it's tough. When they're together, I think Sundoobie got them when they do collabos.
Wabba Baluba, I get to Sundoobie. So I'm going with Sundoobie
for this moment. For Funkdoobiest record,
for this moment,
they carried it. Yeah, I'm be real.
With the baseball bat in the ear, like I see, but Be Real came out tight too. But nah, Son Doobie and Funkdoobiest. I mean, I turned up right power. And,
That's my
and
track.
then Tomahawks like that.
Who in the fuck do you think you are?
That beats Bees on that song.
His verses and shoot 'em up, Paul. Yeah.
I mean, it's good though. It's good, but nah.
Yeah, man, guys. Yo, B-boys and B-girls, we gotta wrap this shit up, yo. We're past an hour. This is a group that we could talk forever.
But real quick,
we're gonna drop a line here. We're gonna put a picture up here. We want you to check out some of these fucking Native American indigenous joints, man.
Yes, we have a list here. We'll put it up there so you can see it better.
Who do you want to add to this?
Okay,
because we got the people I found, and I know a couple of these cats. Red Cloud got a song, Taxi, I like.
So this is the thing, right? And this is not in no way in any like whatever to whoever, but it's just ignorance is knowledge reigns supreme is the best way KRS said it, and I feel like everybody should have knowledge.
Amen.
Native Americans are not North American. They are from Canada all the way to Argentina and Chile.
Yeah.
So you encompass all of that in MCs. Now they even spit in different languages. Now, like all these are from North America.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is fine. It's just fine. There's still some that are missing, like the True Verse Crew, which is amazing in that sense. But there's Lil Zmin, which is from Ecuador. There's so many more, and not to mention like Quito Soul from Mexico. All these have. I mean, you don't know these because they're not played here. But we gotta keep in mind that the Americas. Not North America, not USA. The Americas is the land. You know what I mean?
Amerindians. Man.
Yeah. So we go from Canada all the way to Argentina. We encompass from the Mapuches all the way to the Inuits. That's what it is. It's got voices that need to be heard. So with that being said, we'll put this list up and put it right here so you can see it. But I'll definitely put it up there in the
yeah, we're gonna probably edit it and add a couple more heads. You know, I want to make sure that we're doing a full representation here.
Yeah.
And my research, I definitely, because this is hip hop birth here in the U.S. I kept it to the U.S. But yeah, no doubt. I want to expand on it. I think it's important.
No, definitely. And like I said, it's cool, man. It's cool we're doing this. It's cool we're putting this up. But at the end of the day, it's the music. Because you could be Native American, you could be black, you could be whatever. And you have crappy music, I'm not listening to it. It's the music.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I didn't even know Tomahawk Funk was dry. Yeah. I knew he was dope. That's how I knew him.
That's what I'm saying.
And I've always been that way with all my shit.
Dope. It's dope.
I don't care if you're fucking from Oklahoma. If you're spitting, I'm with it.
I'm with it too.
If it's hip hop, I'm with it.
If you respect the culture,
if you respect the culture, if you're eating it.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm your ally in that sense. I don't care who you are.
Yes, don't get it fucking twisted, man. All these people, it's like, gotta be this place or this fucking race or whatever, this sex, this bullshit, this status. It's all corny, man. It's fucking music. You like the shit or not? Does it fucking rock or not? Does it represent hip hop?
Listen, I'll listen the hell out of Polish rap. I'll listen the hell out of Russian rap. I don't understand.
One of my favorite songs ever is a Korean rap song. I don't know. I'm playing a lot. I have no idea what the fuck it's about. I had people tell me, like, because I got friends who are Korean. They're like, he ain't really
saying like Damde. That's the only thing I know. But I'm just saying, it's like at the end of the day, man, like you have people like fucking what's his name? What's his fucking name? Remedy.
Oh yeah, shout out to Remedy.
And then you have people like what's their name? Palestinian rappers. I can't remember. But this is what my point is: Palestinian, Jewish, Hispanic.
They all come together under that hip hop umbrella.
Hip hop.
We'll be at that concert, listening, banging all that shit.
And when we went to that concert,
that's how it felt on that.
When we went to that concert, I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. I saw like an older mom. She was probably in her 60s because we were we are old, but we were the younger.
We were like the younger audience.
Because we saw people.
Man, them motherfuckers out there looking like Run DMC with fucking wheelchair.
Yeah, they have walkers, wheelchairs.
Fucking crazy.
But what I'm saying is that you had a mom who was a white older lady and a son who was our age. And he was a white guy, and they were going to the concert. And you had friends like we shall rename nameless, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
shout out.
like people that you wouldn't even think really get down with hip hop, and they were there. And you saw like the B-boys, they were there, and you saw me
The
and
real,
John.
like the true
Yeah,
B-boys,
and we were
man.
there. That's what
I love
I'm saying,
it.
man.
I love it.
LL Cool J and Queen Latifah and all those motherfuckers, they don't care who's there as long as they respect the culture. That's all it comes down to, man.
Celebrated 50 years, and still yet again this year continues on. We still have one more show to give y'all. For Remember the Record, we got more Rappers Corner coming. Please like, subscribe, share this show with everybody. My name's Johnny Warbucks. I'm here with Kalishnikov Red. What are we listening to next month, man? What is it? December next month?
Yeah.
Oh man, what is that? It's a holiday season, dog.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get on the nose?
All I hear is just bells.
You just hear bells? Man, all right. Yeah.
So you know, we'll see what happens.
We'll shoot the shit and we'll figure out what's happening. We'll see what happens. Hey, before we wrap this up, I just want to say something. Me and Mariah go back like babies and pacifiers. Hold their tongue, no liar. Enjoy it, man. Have fun, y'all.
What? Oh shit.
Oh no, you erased it?
The gods keep praying, saviors ain't saving. Nobody sold yet the devil keeps playing. If your soul loves the sun, money rock on. If your soul loves the sun, honey rock on. If your soul loves the sun, money rock on. If your soul loves the sun, honey rock on. 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 Our son's done it. The gods never funded. Who runs fuck a devil when the weight got hunted. The gods keep praying. Saviors ain't saving. Nobody sold yet the devil keeps playing. If your soul loves the sun, money rock on. If your soul loves the sun, honey rock on. If your soul loves the sun, money rock on. If your soul loves the sun, honey rock on. 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 Honey rock on.